a scale of
it was
1 to
not.
10, Paula, on a
Mhm.
scale of 1 to 10, what was the pain?
But okay, so well, this is my question to you. What is your 10? Is your 10, your knees, or is it 10 giving birth?
Okay, good analysis.
Right. So I mean,
I'm at a
I can
10. I'm
so
at a 10.
you're at a 10. Okay, I can disagree with you. To any woman who's listening who's given birth, they'll be like, heck to the no. Right there, Andre. Your
Right.
knee, yeah, you're in pain. Your knee is a 6 at best compared to
Yeah.
giving birth. I'm giving you a hard time, but you can tell I'm someone who's been in a lot of doctor's appointments. On a scale of 1 to 10,
What's your pain?
envious emojis back here. What is your face right now? It's like, oh my gosh. So I'm like my mom, I'm very good at hiding pain because I also came to a place where I learned that if I want to live in the pain, you live in the pain. If I want to live in life, you take a moment to find what brings you joy. So I would say at that time, my pain was always a 7 and an 8. I got to tell you, it was bad. I couldn't sit upright. I don't know if they're doing it on Zoom. I couldn't put my arm out straight. I couldn't sleep at night because the chronic pain. It drained my brain. I couldn't function. I couldn't dress myself. It was hard. I just be able to do a bird bath, wash, maybe change the undies, and then lie down. I couldn't sit to watch tele. It was just horrible, horrible.
What did the doctors say? I mean, I'm pretty sure you went through getting different medical advices, but was any of the medical advice that was given to you making any sense at all on what you was actually dealing with?
They did not know the depths of it. I got told by and I did see a plethora of doctors, orthopedists, sports injury doctors, workman's comp doctors, general GP. I went to acupuncture, chiropractic, physical therapy, occupational therapy. I did aromatherapy. I did yoga. I did even urine therapy at one point. Like, I did flipping everything to try and sort this
What did you
out.
say?
Uh,
Urine therapy? The
Drinking
hell's
you
that?
well, drinking your pee.
Oh God, are you serious? You was in
Mhm.
pain if you had to go down that route. Like literally, that's crazy.
Yeah, I was a right pisser.
So when did it come to the realization that out of all of these different doctors that it wasn't getting better? When did you take the bull by the horn and say, "Look,
Yeah,
Imma have to take control
yeah.
of my own pain
Mhm,
at this
mhm.
moment," because clearly the piss one is a new one on me.
Yes, I
That's a
will
new
t
one.
I will tell you, it was coming up to a year, and, I got to, I think, around the 9-month mark. The 9-month mark, I went back, my mom was alive, I went to visit her, and my brother visited, and we had a huge row, my brother and I behaved in a way that I got so mad and frustrated with him that I ended up pulling his shirt and ripping his shirt and then, like, just screaming and just, like, going around in a circle, twirling, right? And I say that because I was like, that might have been a bit after, but it was these moments of my complete behavior was insane. I was clearly not able to think right, and I couldn't articulate myself. I felt unsafe because I've always been aware of any being attacked or anything by a male figure, and, like, I couldn't defend myself. But I got to around that year point, and I was suicidal, basically. I was suicidal,
Wow.
and I had this, whether we call it a dream or a vision or whatever it was. And I always believed up to then, Andre, that if I had been born with more privilege, more access to more money, if my body shape looked different than it was, I didn't have that type of body that it was, skinny, blonde boobs, thinner waist. I've always had an apple shaped body and crazy curly hair, that I would get everything if I found the right partner. And so I had this vision that I was Queen Paula in the Renaissance period, right? Because that's when I would look, that's my body shape. And that as a queen, you could marry whoever you wanted, right? You have access to all of these domains. But in this vision, all I was doing was complaining to my lady in waiting about how heavy the crown jewels were and how much a burden it was to have to wear all these dresses and pull the corset in. And you're so lucky that you can marry whoever. I have to marry who I'm supposed to marry according to my family lineage. So please just go forth and get my opiates. And it was in that moment I came to and I realized, oh my God, even in my fantasies, I'm depressed. Even in my fantasies, I need medication. And I realized then that it wasn't my body that was the actual problem. It was my mind about the problem. And it was then that I realized that I needed to get off all of this medication to look at, why was I having this reaction to my nerves? Why was my nervous system overreacting?